channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
Damn, you alright?
Right.
Damn.
That came out all wrong.
All wrong, though.
And your girl Jay.
And we back with another reaction video. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, man.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We just dropped a very interesting video. Hope you guys get the time to go check that one out. Very, very interesting, by the way.
Yes.
So we'll get into some more interesting content. So let them know who we'll react to today.
Shout out to Sky News Australia.
Shout out to
and
Sky.
my girl Rita.
Shout out to
I
Rita.
love Rita.
You know what I mean?
Of course, it's lefties losing it. Taylor Swift booed. Donald Trump cheered at the Super Bowl.
So if you guys watched the Super Bowl to its entirety, I know you guys seen when they showed Taylor Swift on the big screen right there, the big whatever. She got an unwelcoming welcome. You know what I mean? So when they showed Donald Trump, though, the crowd went crazy. You feel me? They went crazy like as if I was there or something like that. You know. Oh, okay. But anyway, man, let's get into it. But before we do, everybody that's out there who has not yet subscribed to the Shizana, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And then comment down below, baby. Come and join the squad,
Come
man.
on. Half and J.
You dig.
Yes.
Plus, you ever kicking off what? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Boom! You know what I'm saying? Spread it everywhere like a buckshot.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. We're going to get to some Super Bowl hijinks shortly, including Taylor Swift being booed aggressively while President Donald Trump was cheered loudly. Didn't that see the left meltdown? But let's start with Democrat Maxine Waters, who, along with other demented democracy-denying lefties, tried to break into the Department of Education and accosted a federal employee standing in their way. Watch this utter lunacy.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let them see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again. So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the
Did
ID.
you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Oh my God. Someone give that man a big fat pay rise. He deserves it. He's had a gutful of these juvenile antics from Democrat geriatrics.
Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide to stay?
I guess, yeah.
All right, well, you just stay right there. You just stay and stay.
Why aren't you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last year?
He's not a U.S. employee. He's a part of the institution. Elon Musk hire you? What do you work for? Who do you work for?
Did Elon Musk hire you? Yeah. Now let's check in on Hollywood has-been Richard Gere. You know, the dude whose career highlight was playing a businessman who falls for a hooker he picked up off the streets. He was in Spain for something called the Goya Awards, and he felt the need to share some dangerously delusional thoughts about President Trump and his supporters. Are you in shock, Richard?
And I'm in shock. My wife is in shock. We're all in shock. You know, the people spoke and they elected this president. And that's a fact. But I don't even think the people who elected him really believed that he was going to do what he said he was going to do.
Just how thick, how dangerously out of touch does one need to be to not understand that Trump supporters are ecstatic, over the moon about his first 3 weeks? They prayed he would follow through and deliver on all those election promises, and he has. Now, you may not like it if you're on the left, but deluding yourself into thinking that Trump supporters are upset, well, that's idiotic. But old Dick Gere wasn't done yet. Listen to this tiresome rant.
This is dark time in the U.S., and I think it's a time for everyone to stand up. I was reading an article by someone, a Hungarian, who watched things change so radically under Orban, and he said, America better be vigilant, because we didn't know how fast this would happen in Hungary, and I can see this happening very quickly now. We had this incredibly dark marriage of power and money like we've never seen before.
Not only hysterical, but completely wrong. The money was with the Democrats. It has been for a long time. The majority of billionaires were with the Democrats, including the likes of George Soros, Bill Gates, Mark Cuban, Michael Bloomberg, and many more. That's why Kamala Harris was able to outspend Trump by 3-1. Here are some facts for Richard Gere from journalist and best-selling author Batia Unga-Sargon, who actually relies on facts, not just feelings and hyperbole. She wrote, Trump won folks making under $100,000, while the Democrats won those making over $100,000.
Right.
Biden had 2 billionaires to every one Trump had. 2-1. 75% of hedge funders gave to Kamala. 9 out of the 10 richest counties and 65% that are making more than $500,000, well, they're represented by the Democrats. But Richard Gere isn't going to let a little thing like inconvenient facts interrupt him spewing far-left nonsense.
I'm coming from a place now that we're in a very dark place in America, where we have a bully and a thug who is the president of the United States.
Oh, so asinine. And guess what? He references that article he read from a Hungarian again, but this time it's just a reader's letter in the New York Times.
But it's not just in the U.S., it's everywhere. Everywhere. You know, I read a really moving letter in the New York Times from a gentleman in Hungary, and he was the slippery slope of how this happens everywhere. Authoritarianism takes us all over. We have to be vigilant, we have to be alert, we have to be energetic, we have to be brave, we have to be courageous.
We have to be brave and courageous. These empty vessels like Gere are just so painfully dim. I just wish they would listen to the sage words of advice from Ricky Gervais. Remember a few years ago when he told them this?
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg.
Okay, to the Super Bowl, and before we look at what actually happened, let's check in with a typical lefty Karen being miserable.
If you are having trouble still deciding who you are going to root for this weekend in the Super Bowl, may I give you just a couple of things to ponder over and think about. The Chiefs kicker is Harrison Butker. The same Harrison Butker who went on a tangent last year and has said that women need to leave their jobs and just be mothers and their sole responsibility is to take care of men. He's also a huge Trump supporter and would be first in line to be a commander when the Handmaid's Tale happens. Patrick Mahomes, who is the Chiefs quarterback, him and his wife, both huge Trumpers.
Let's hear what other reasons she has for picking your Super Bowl team.
Taylor Swift was born and raised an Eagles fan, and the only reason that she is now a Chiefs fan is because her boyfriend plays for the team. She is always going to be an Eagles fan.
Interesting mentioning Taylor Swift there. Watch here as the Kamala lover is booed mercilessly. Her reaction is priceless. Today, Donald Trump became the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl, and the reaction from the crowd was huge, huge. From the moment he entered the stadium, any lefties watching, can I suggest you divert your eyes now, because I think this is going to just fill you with unbridled rage.
President Trump! We love you! We love you!
And even players were keen to shake the president's hand. That was Chiefs star Chris Jones. Now, we heard the boos when Taylor Swift was on the big screen. Listen to what happened when President Donald Trump was put on the big screen at the stadium. Now, there'll be plenty more lefties losing at content with my...
So they're trying to, well, she was trying to implement politics to make you pick what team you wanted to win in the Super Bowl. That's just the girl that they showed saying that if you're having trouble picking, going for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you involve politics in that? You know what I mean? And like she said, or like Rita said, President Trump was one of the first sitting presidents ever attended the Super Bowl.
Right.
He's a normal man who likes sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's dope, though. You feel me? You got your president at the Super Bowl? Like, to me, that's dope, man. I like it. I love sports, so, you know, I feel like sports and music kind of separates all the division type of thing. You know what I mean? It brings everybody together. That's what it's supposed to do.
Right.
But she's sitting here trying to, once again, separate people based off of politics and what this person voted for. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares about that? We playing football.
Like someone said, like, politics are so different now. People would have, like, back in the day, people would have, you know, their differences, but can get together and go have a beer, you know, and talk, you know, just chop it up.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you know, your family is shutting you out because of your beliefs.
And
like,
friends.
So different.
And friends. Oh, you voted for who? Oh, yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't really know me personally, but just watch the videos and see which way I lean, whatever.
Right.
They probably look at me differently now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, there'll be plenty more lefties losing at content with my next guest, including the anthem furor today. This is the way the national anthem was presented at the Super Bowl. It's a long way from Whitney Houston, a long way from Chris Stapleton. Remember that a couple of years ago? That's how you perform the anthem. But today, the NFL again insisted on having what is called the Black National Anthem. Let's see how that went. There is no place for separate racial anthems in my book. It's one nation, one flag, one anthem. Why is 14% of the population entitled to an additional anthem? Joining me now,
and that's facts.
Yeah.
That's where the separation comes in. Like, I'm just not. I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a black woman, and I know a lot of black people feel like I'm anti-black, but it's not that. It's just I feel that, you know, everyone, you know, especially in the United States, like, we're all Americans. Like, no race should stand out above everyone else. Because if that's the case, you know, they have the Black national anthem, they could have the Chinese national anthem, you know what I'm saying? The Hispanic national anthem. Like, I'm just about fairness. And that's just, I don't know.
Like you said, it's one flag. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, why have two separate anthems?
Right.
14% of the population entitled to an additional anthem. Right. Joining me now is comedian and host of Prime Time with Alex Stein on Blaze TV. Alex Stein. Alex, what do you make of this anthem argument?
Well, Rita, I think we actually need it now more than ever. Did you see that they don't have end racism in the end zone this year at the Super Bowl? So, I mean, we need to do whatever we can to fight racism. I know we have to fight it. It's our biggest problem, according to Jasmine Crockett, the congresswoman from Dallas, my neighborhood. So, you know, we need it. We need an anthem for every race. We need the Chinese anthem. We need every race, the Hispanic, Mexican anthem.
Wow.
Everybody needs their own anthem. I don't care if it takes 45 minutes before the game starts.
Yeah, forget about the game. Maybe just we skip the first half and just have the anthems of, you know, every nationality that needs to be acknowledged. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. We had another first, Alex, from Donald Trump today.
That would be history already in the building tonight. as President Donald Trump becomes the first sitting U.S. president ever to attend a Super Bowl game live.
Now, how was the reception he received? I've played some clips of him being cheered. All the clips I've seen have seen people cheering, players running to him to shake his hand. Contrast to that is the reception that superstar Taylor Swift got. Aggressive booing when she was on the big screen. Explain to me what is happening.
Well, Rita, I mean, there's been a huge culture shift. According to the mainstream media, everybody will tell you that everybody just worships Taylor Swift. But that has changed. You saw Chris Jones, defensive lineman for the Chiefs, run to the sideline just to shake President Trump's hand before the game starts. You saw DeAndre Hopkins, an African-American athlete, when he got asked a leading question, are you excited for President Trump to be there? And the media expected him to be mad about it. He said, no, I'm excited. I voted for him. So the shift is happening right before our eyes, and it's unbelievable. It's a great thing to watch.
Because people are waking up, man. Like, listen, the Democrats, and this is what I feel, this is what I believe. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they do anything and everything to try to keep themselves in power. Mm-hmm. Even if they don't believe in what they're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a narcissistic
party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's in cahoots.
And when they don't have the control, look at the reactions.
Right.
Like, just crazy lunatics.
Right. And the video that we did with Kamala with the interview, when it was edited and mm-hmm. non-edited, that should tell you right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you have, and I'm not saying all Republicans, all Democrats, but I'm just saying the majority of the Republicans, mm-hmm. they kind of have the same morals as the majority of the world has. Mm-hmm. You follow what I'm saying? Like, they don't believe in certain things or mm-hmm. doing things a certain type of way, and, you know, this, that, and the third. We ain't going to be specific with it because, you know how people, take things when you're talking about.
I just know that the Democratic Party has poisoned the minds of so many people.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Going into the youth, into the schools,
right.
like just the things that they were promoting, and you know what
that's
I'm saying?
What I'm saying.
Poison the minds of so many people, and so many people are still stuck.
Right.
With that mindset.
I just want somebody who's like a hardcore Democrat to sit me down and truly let me know, face to face, eye to eye, what did they really do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to keep talking about the black community, what did they do positive?
Right.
For the black community?
And
not nothing that we can lean on as a crutch. Something positive though.
Mm-hmm. And I just have to going back to the national anthem, the black anthem. Mm-hmm. If there was so much racism in America, why? How is that allowed?
Right. How is Kendrick Lamar even allowed to even perform in the Super Bowl?
Right.
If there's so much racism.
But I'm just saying, like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
And the entitlement is ridiculous. Yeah. Like, me speaking from a black woman's point of view, it's utterly ridiculous for the entitlement that black people feel we should have. Right. We live in America. We are Americans at the end of the day. Right. We are for the people.
Right. Right. One nation, under God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
The shift is happening right before our eyes, and it's unbelievable. It's a great thing to watch.
It is a cultural shift, and I think it's taken a lot of people by surprise, even people on the right who thought that Donald Trump was going to win. They weren't anticipating this cultural shift, having sports stars doing the Trump dance, Trump becoming cool. It's something that even a Trump derangement syndrome sufferer, Bill Maher, has spoken about, that Trump's cool now. Rappers want to hang with him, athletes want to hang with him. The cultural shift has taken a lot of people by surprise.
Well, Rita, people love winners, and Donald Trump is a winner. So I'm not surprised that all the people that were long-time Trump holdouts have finally gotten on the Trump train. It's a beautiful thing to see here in our country.
Yep.
Now, we'll get to some polling numbers shortly, and they're interesting indeed. But I've got one last thing to show you from the Super Bowl. Every year, the ads are a highlight. Millions and millions are spent to come up with the best ads every year. This year, the Secret Service put out a recruitment ad produced by Hollywood director Michael Bay. It's quite something. Have a look.
America was founded on an idea of freedom. America's always stepped forward in time of need throughout our short but powerful history.
Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Tear down this wall.
We've been there for all of it.
Wow.
Second plane hit the tower. Our heroes are humble. They have an inner pride to keep this idea alive. Protectors are born, they're not made.
Wow.
America's Secret Service protecting this Super Bowl is asking a few more to step forward.
It's all about patriotism. It's the sort of ad we...
That's a dope ad. I missed that one. I must have went to the bathroom or something like that, but that was dope.
It makes you proud to be an American.
Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does.
It's all about patriotism. It's the sort of ad we didn't expect to see anymore on TV, certainly not a Super Bowl ad like that. Tell me about that change in the institutions, whether it's the Secret Service, we're talking about reforming the FBI, CIA, Justice Department, getting these mad ideologues out of there and returning them to their former glory. Is all of that, which is really very much part of the Trump agenda, is it achievable?
Well, I do think it's achievable. And listen, the Secret Service, they have to do a total overhaul of their public relations because we've lost faith in them. When you saw Donald Trump get shot in his ear and you saw a few women, they didn't even know how to take out their gun from their holster. They have to do whatever they can to gain the American people's trust again. So, I like that commercial. You didn't see a lot of women in it. Not that I don't want women being in the Secret Service, but I'm just saying at least that commercial seemed like it was honest with the people that I want protecting the president. So, yes, I do think it's achievable, Rita.
Now, here we go, right? And please, audience, do not take this the wrong way, please. I promise you I don't mean it this way. Men are the protectors anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we were here put on this planet Earth for, is to protect.
Mm-hmm. Protect, provide.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, no offense against no women out there, because we live in an equal world. Like, you know what I'm saying? What men can do, women can do the same thing. But I just feel like when it comes to protecting someone or somebody, my personal opinion, I think a man should be doing that.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys don't hate me for that, or shoot shots at me.
It is what it is.
No, but it is what it is, and that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, me personally, like the movie that we watched a while back.
Yeah. Was
it an earthquake or like a hurricane? And remember the man he was holding.
Oh yeah. Right.
He was protecting his family.
Right.
And what was he doing?
Trying to hold something down or something.
He was like a door.
Right.
Like trying to protect his family from the wind and the debris from the hurricane.
Right.
I would feel very scared and afraid if a woman was to try to protect me in an instant like that. Like,
right. I mean, because it's just. I mean, it's like I said, man. A man's supposed to protect and provide. Bottom line, period, point blank. Not saying that women is not supposed to be in Secret Service and all that. I'm not saying all that, but I'm just saying that.
But biblically, it's a woman is supposed to be submissive to a man.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
But that's for anybody who who has read the Bible and understand the principles that's in the Bible. Like, it's natural.
Unless
like,
you played in WNBA or something like that, not necessarily got to play in WNBA, but you got women who is 6'3", 6'4". You know what I'm saying?
There's strong women out there.
But
me personally, I would not feel protected.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
No, a woman.
And it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't. How you gonna protect a man anyway? How's a woman gonna protect a man from a man?
Look.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of women feel that they can. I'm just not one of those women.
Yeah.
Like, I know my place.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was honest of the people that I'd want protecting the president.
It's funny because when Jay was coming in the house today, the key got stuck in the door. I'm over here, you know what I'm saying, editing some videos. And she said, the key stuck in the door. And she's over there, and she looked dead at me like...
Without even asking you to take it out.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the man, right? That's what I'm supposed to get up and do. Like, she left it alone. Like, nigga, I ain't, you know what I mean? Nigga, come on now, the key stuck in the door, player. Like, you know what I'm saying? That is what I mean by certain things are just men's jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
At least that commercial seemed like it was honest of the people that I'd want protecting the president. So, yes, I do think it's achievable, Rita. We got 4 years. And, now looking back, it was the greatest thing that Trump didn't win in 2020 because we got to see how terrible Joe Biden is and how much stuff we needed to change. So, it's all going to get fixed. And it's going to take some time. But in 4 years, I do think Donald Trump could do it.
Right.
I think you make an excellent point there. And, I mean, no one would have said that back then who was... in the Trump camp, but in many ways that loss was a blessing because it really opened their eyes to just how deep the bureaucracy issues are, how much they were white-tainted and the corruption that exists in DC, and they had 4 years to carefully formulate a plan to overcome all that. And you wonder if they won in 2020, whether it was going to be really any different from the first term, where every step had just so many hurdles in front of it. Let's talk about these polling numbers, starting with the President Trump's approval rating. Now at 53%, a 6% jump. This is CBS News polling. This is the highest approval rating for President Trump in CBS polling history. And Alex, when it comes to the big issues like the deportation policy, which people expected to be really contentious, well, the numbers are even more promising. When asked, do you approve or disapprove of the Trump administration's program to find and deport immigrants who are in the US illegally, the approval number there is 59%, up 18%, and the numbers are up for every age group. You're looking at from 18-year-olds all the way to 65 plus. This has got to be terrifying the Democrats and the media and activist class.
No, you're exactly right. The media is shaking in their boots. That's why they're constantly talking about the price of eggs, as if inflation wasn't absolutely terrible under Joe Biden, Kamala Harris for the past 4 years. So the media is doing anything they possibly can to try to spin this presidency as a negative thing, when in reality, everybody's happy that illegal immigrants are actually getting sent back to their home countries, not because we're bigoted or racist or we don't even want immigrants, but because we don't want to have a two-tier justice system where illegal immigrants or have more access to social services than American citizens. Like people in Chicago, African Americans, don't have access to the same social services that an illegal immigrant does. So people are sick and tired of our two-tier justice system that puts Americans last. So it's brilliant. It's great. And these numbers are only going to go up when Trump can actually get more things accomplished.
Well, this next poll should really terrify the Democrats. This is where they asked voters to describe Donald Trump. These are the top responses. Have a look at the list. This is the top ones. These aren't just the positive ones. 69% tough, 63% energetic, 60% focus, 58% effective. The top responses are all positive. They're all traits you want in a president.
Right.
So despite the overwhelming negative response to every policy, whether it's the border, whether it's deportations, whether it's USAID, and we've got to talk about that, the public seems to be disregarding the noise, the hysteria from the media and the activist class and saying, look, so far we like what we see.
Oh, 100%. And honestly, Donald Trump's very tough, but his energy is just unmatched.
Right.
A man at his age, the way that he moves and travels on a daily basis is unlike any 20-year-old. Anybody in their prime cannot have the same level of energy as Donald Trump. So people notice that. I would put, and I'm not trying to kiss his derriere, but I would put smart, because he's a brilliant guy, and they do not give him enough credit for how smart Donald Trump is. So that would be my #1 adjective when it comes to the president.
Well, I've got to say, I've been surprised by how easily he's been able to get what he wants, whether he's talking with about Canada or Mexico or Colombia. He makes a threat, they have a bit of a meltdown, but within 24 hours, they're doing what he's asked for, and that's another win for the US. I mentioned USAID, US aid. That is becoming a big issue. The Democrats are doubling down, saying the funding here is necessary, it saves lives, it is not wasteful, it's not corrupt. But the more we learn about where American taxpayers' money has gone around the world with this program, I think the more dangerous it is for the Democrats to defend it, Alex.
Right.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're making Sesame Street in Iraq. They're doing gender studies in countries where women aren't even allowed to drive a car. So it's just absurd, the money that we've wasted trying to indoctrinate foreign countries when people here in America are struggling every day. So there's no excuse for the USAID program.
Alex Stein, thanks for your time tonight.
That's real talk, man. They over here making Sesame Street, though. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, I'm not going to carry this video on no longer because it's, you know, we kind of already said what we wanted to say, talk about, but I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave it at this, and you can add your little thing in. Again, Donald Trump is a businessman. I think that's why a lot of countries, a lot of other leaders are willing to have a sit down with him, are willing to, you know, return the hostages, are willing to, you know, have a ceasefire, you know, as far as the wars and things like that, because they look at him as a businessman also. They don't look at him as a politician, saying things just to get votes or saying things just to get people's, you know what I'm saying, to ride with him. He tells you exactly how he feels. You may not like it. Some Republicans don't even like what he says sometimes, but it's the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the truth hurts. We all know that, right? So with that being said, man, I'm glad Donald Trump's in office. I'm hoping and praying that all these hostages that are over here released, that's in different countries, so they can get back to their families and get back to doing what they're doing. And I hope they do cease the fire, do have a ceasefire as far as the wars going on and everything like that, because at the end of the day, it's unnecessary. You know, it's truly unnecessary. We're all created equal. We're all the same. We just live in different parts of the regions and different parts of the countries, but we're all God's kids. Bottom line, period, point blank, no matter how you want to look at it, how you want to slice it. So that's my thing.
Okay. Well, I just want to touch on the Secret Service thing again. Women, we carry our strength in other ways. We carry our strength with childbearing, you know, being a nurturer. We're strong too. Right. And I'm not like just downing women. Like I just had to put that out there. Yeah. And with Donald Trump and as president, the integrity of the country is shifting. We were frowned upon. We were looked down on, made fun of, and you know, our military is becoming stronger. You know, look at the positives. Everybody's so focused on the negatives of him being president, but he's weeding, he's cleaning house. He's like a Dyson vacuum. He's getting rid of all the dirt, and you know he's making America clean again, making it positive again, respected again, and anyone who looks down on that, like, you're lost. And just look at the upsides to what's going on and stop focusing on what the media is telling you and word of mouth. Do your research. You know, stop being a hater. Jump on board. Jump on the winning team. That's all I had to say.
It goes there. So let Joe do some shout outs.
Okay, so first shout out goes to Richard Martin. What's up, Richard Martin?
Richard Martin, shout out to you, man. Let us know what you thought about this reaction. Comment down below. Give us your thoughts. Come back and join us for some more.
Yes. Second shout out goes to Andrea Diamond. What's up, Andrea Diamond?
Andrea Diamond, shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that as well. Give us your comments and your thoughts about this one. We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you so much.
Always make sure you guys keep God first.
Most importantly.
And we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes. Peace.